So 3rd and goal for Brevard, and drop back to pass for once, but he ended up running and did not get far. Crusader fans will give the defense a round of applause. It's rare for Brevard to drop back to pass, and North Greenville did not fall for it. And we're going to have a field goal attempt here for Brevard. The kicker is Alex Naboa. And the kick is up, almost blocked. And it's good. So Brevard scores first. They lead it 3-0. Thanks to the Alex Naboa field goal. So we will take a break, and we will be right back. You're watching the North Greenville Sports Network. So Brevard's set to kick off. And kick is underway. Crusaders will take it, run up to about the 31-yard line. So that's where the Crusaders will take over. So here comes the North Greenville offense, led by quarterback Nelson Hughes. Most of his passes have been made to Robbie Brown thus far in the season. And a run that gets about 4 yards. I believe that was Trey Walker on the run. And we always mention this. If you do have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them in the social stream. We do realize that we had no audio for a little bit there. I believe that's fixed now. And here is a pass that's caught by the Crusaders up to about the 46-yard line. And that will be a first down.
And that was number 11, Ricky De Los Santos, who caught that pass.
So if you just joined us recently, Brevard did strike first with a field goal, but here is a great run by Ashton Hurd, good for about 13 yards. It'll be another quick North Greenville first down. So North Greenville going right to the run. It was so successful against Ave Maria here in Tigerville at the first game of the season, and they have really been able to balance both the run and the pass so far this season. And here is a long pass wide open. Believe that's Robbie Brown. He makes a move all the way to the sideline, and that's an easy North Greenville touchdown. So the Crusaders respond with a touchdown. And that was indeed Robbie Brown with the reception and some good moves there to get all the way to the end zone. So Justin Gravely to attempt the point after. And there's the snap. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Crusaders strike right back. Brevard started off with a field goal on a good-looking drive, but the Crusaders have a terrific drive of their own, and they respond and now lead it 7-3. So we'll take a break, and we will return right after this here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So the Crusaders set to kick off. That drive was 4 plays for 68 yards. Time of possession for the Crusaders just 1 minute and 13 seconds. So Brevard will try to respond. And a nice move to get up to the 32-yard line. And that's where Brevard will begin their second drive of the night. So here comes quarterback Tanner Wright and fullback Jordan Ollis, number 49. Definitely want to keep your eye on him. He can be a true playmaker for this Brevard team. They do have some wide receivers. Number 81, Zach Queen, is a guy to keep your eye on. Also, number 11, Reese Schlabach. And here's a run to the left side, gets about 6 yards. And it's actually 2nd and 3, so a 7-yard gain there. So here is a handoff to Ollis, and looks like he'll get just enough for the first down. There is a penalty on the play. So we will see what the call is here. Good atmosphere on hand tonight. It is family weekend here in Tigerville, so a lot of parents have been on campus throughout the day. And it's going to be a block below the waist on Brevard. So that will back them up and make it, I believe that's a 10-yard penalty. Actually, no, it'll back them up to, okay, so the block was made right at the first down line, so it makes it 2nd and 10 for Brevard. And the whistle blows. Still discussing, maybe discussing exactly where the ball should be spotted. And it looks like they got it right. So Wright will keep it. Quarterback keeper, a gain of about 5 yards, so that makes it 3rd and 5 at about the Brevard 37-yard line. So the Crusaders will try to have a defensive stance here. 6:20 remaining in the first quarter, still very early here. Again, Brevard comes into the game with an 0-3 record, but have played some very good teams up to this point. 2 Division I FCS teams, as well as a nationally ranked Division II team in Carson Newman. And drops back to pass, and it's a long one, and broken up by the Crusaders. See who broke up the pass there. I believe it was number 15 for the Crusaders. That is Tony Godbolt, defensive back from Fort Mill, South Carolina. So a defensive stance for the Crusaders. Brevard had their first pass attempt of the night, but is unsuccessful, and they'll have to punt it away. For the Crusaders, Nigel Gay, number 4, listed as the punt returner. And tried to block it. Brevard was able to get it away, takes a Brevard bounce, gets all the way to about the North Greenville 18-yard line. So that's where the Crusaders will take over when we return. We will be right back here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So the Crusaders take over. Nelson Hughes in the shotgun snap. It's a handoff. I believe this is Hurd. Good for a gain of about 8. Actually, that was not Hurd. That was, number 35, Tristan Jackson was the one on the carry. It's officially a gain of 9. Here's a pass attempt that's caught, makes a move, and goes down right at about the 39-yard line.
I believe that was Thomas Weeks who made that catch.
And it's good for a Crusader first down. So clock will run now. 1st and 10 from the North Greenville 39-yard line. Hughes will hand it off, run up the middle, still on his feet, almost broke away, finally tripped up at the 40-yard line, but there is a penalty on the play. We'll see if this one comes back. And North Greenville's backing up, looks like, so this may be on the Crusaders. Find out for sure in just a moment. And it's a face mask on Brevard. So those yards will be added to the end of the run. And this is going to be excellent position for North Greenville. All the way up to the Brevard 31-yard line. So Hughes in the shotgun, drops back to pass, throws it for, and that one was dangerous, almost intercepted, and it falls incomplete. And that was intended for Tyrekus Garrett, number 18, for the Crusaders, just not able to hang on to it. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line. And here's the snap, drops back to pass again. This one thrown deep and nobody's there. So Crusaders unable to connect on that pass, and it makes it 3rd and 10. So now Brevard will try to have a defensive stance here. Crusaders not too far away from the red zone. So here we go, 3rd and 10. Hughes may run with it. He does. Has some room and goes down at about the 19-yard line for Brevard. That will not be enough for the first down. So right at the 19th-yard line, 4th and 3. So the Crusaders unable to get the first down, and Justin Gravely will attempt a field goal here. So the snap, kick is up, and it is good. So Gravely continues to impress. And the Crusaders extend the lead, now 10-3. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll return right after this here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So the Crusaders with the scoring drive there. We'll try to find out exactly how many yards it was. It was 7 plays for 63 yards, ending in a Justin Gravely field goal. So 10-3 here in Tigerville, 3:39 remaining in the first quarter. And here is the kick. So Brevard will have it at about the 5, trying to make some moves. Gets up to right at about the 21-yard line. And that's where Brevard will take over, 1st and 10 from the 21. Tackle was made by Adam House, defensive back from Piedmont, South Carolina for the Crusaders. And looking at the social stream, it appears that Banks Hamilton, number 92 for the Crusaders, is dressed but on the sidelines, so he will not play. We appreciate the info there. So here comes Brevard with their option offense. Run right up the middle, doesn't get much. That's Jordan Ollis on the run. Crusaders were there to stuff it. And if that was any gain, it wasn't much, maybe a gain of a yard. And so there was no gain on the play. So 2nd and 10 for Brevard at the 33-yard line. And here's the snap. It's a toss to number 4 for Brevard. It'll be a gain of, appears about 6 maybe. It was originally 2nd and 7, so excuse me for saying that play was stuffed. The scoreboard did read 10 for the majority right before that play. Number 4 for Brevard is Kevin Jeter, slot receiver from Gastonia, North Carolina. So it'll be about 3rd and 3 for Brevard, 3rd and 2 to be exact. Just over 2 minutes remain here in the first quarter. Clock was reset to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So a big play here for Brevard. Need to get a good drive going in order to stay on pace with the Crusaders. And it's another run. Ollis on the run. It is enough for a first down. So Ollis with the first down there. Ball up to the Brevard 35-yard line. Tackle was made by Nigel Gay for North Greenville.
Looks like number 16, Ethan Rogerson from Brevard, is subbing in.
So a minute and 50 remaining in the first quarter. And it's another handoff. And a good gain here. Stayed on his feet and ends up with about 8 yards there. And again, Ollis comes into this game averaging 135.3 yards per game. So we're going to be calling his name all night long. And it's another run by him and gets up to midfield, and it's obviously enough for a Brevard first down. It's hard enough to stop a big fullback like that, but on top of that, he has blockers in front of him. So just North Greenville, when you're facing an option offense, just can't really commit to one side of the field. You just have to hope that the defense executes their assignments and try to limit the amount of yardage gained. And a toss, and about a 9-yard gain. Brevard doing a nice job of moving the ball. So 35 seconds remain in the first quarter. Handoff right up the middle will just be enough for the first down. The clock will stop at 21 seconds. And again, if you didn't hear it earlier, Brevard averages 70.3 rushing attempts per game. That is a lot of rushes, obviously. And they will not attempt to get another playoff, so that will do it for the first quarter. Crusaders will lead at 10-3 heading into quarter number 2. So we'll take the break with them, and we will return shortly. You're watching the North Greenville Sports Network. So the teams will switch sides, and Brevard will continue to drive the ball. Here's a good gain here of about 6. I believe that was Ollis yet again. Officially 2nd and 5 for the Brevard Tornadoes. And fake the snap, and we'll now look for a new play on the sideline. So Tanner Wright will take the snap. It's a handoff to Ollis yet again, right near the first down marker. Believe he may have been just short. We'll see if they stop the clock, maybe to measure. We'll call it 3rd and 1 until proven otherwise. It is officially 3rd and 1. So another handoff, plenty of room here, and that's good enough for the first down. Jordan Ollis continues to have the workload for Brevard. Chains will move. Handoff once again, right up the middle. Brevard not being very complicated with their play, calling a lot of runs up the middle, but it's been successful up to this point, so they will continue to do it until North Greenville stops them. So 2nd and 5 at the North Greenville 22-yard line. Another run up the middle, uncontested for an easy touchdown for Brevard. And this game is all, well, it will be tied up with the extra point. And how many plays in a row was that right up the middle? But a good job by the Tornadoes for acting like they were going to run to the outside. And North Greenville fell for it. Point after is indeed good. So we are all tied up here very early in the second quarter. 10-10 here. So we will take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Excuse me. Sorry. So 12 plays for 79 yards gets Brevard the touchdown to tie the game here in the second quarter. We'll see what the Crusaders do. We'll see if they can respond. And gets to the sideline, still on his feet, tackled at about the 33-yard line. And that's where the Crusaders will take over. So 13-10 on the clock. Crusaders huddling up just for a short amount of time. Good atmosphere here in Tigerville. And Brevard, the Brevard fans have come. Got to give them credit for traveling far, and here is a loss on the play. The catch was made, but was for negative yardage. a loss of about 1, if that. Actually, a loss of about a foot, but it will officially be 2nd and 11.
That pass was made to Robbie Brown, number 85. Let's see what he does again.
So the Crusaders in the shotgun formation. That's what they typically do, officially listed as a multiple offense. Fake the toss, and Hughes ran it himself, a gain of about 5. So that will make it 3rd and about 5 at the 38-yard line of the Crusaders. 3rd and 6 officially. They look for a new play on the sideline. And Hughes drops back to pass. Caught by Robbie Brown, I believe, and it is enough for the first down. Still on his feet. 2 Brevard players ran into each other. One is shaken up on the play. Robbie Brown gets all the way down to the 26-yard line, and the injured Brevard player did get up. It was number 90 for Brevard. That was Chris Hamrick, a defensive lineman from Henderson, North Carolina. He will exit the game, and he is visibly shaken up on the sideline. He ran into one of his own players. They were trying to make the tackle and came up short, ultimately missing the receiver, Robbie Brown. And here's a screen pass, and doesn't get far. Nice tackle. I believe that's number 20 for Brevard. That's Glenn Hilliard from Topeka, Kansas. No gain on the play. Actually, it's a loss of a yard, so 2nd and 11. And a run up the middle. It's a good one. Stays on his feet for a few extra yards and gets all the way to the Brevard, about the Brevard 15-yard line. So the Crusaders will look for a new play. And that was Robbie Brown on the last 2 passes. And here's a run. It's going to be good for a Crusader touchdown. So the Crusaders respond and now regain the lead, 16-10. So Gravely in to attempt the point after. So here's Gravely, the snap. Kick is up and good. It was Jackson for the Crusaders as the fireworks go off. But yeah, a 16-yard run for Jackson for North Greenville scores the touchdown, and they lead it 17-10 now. So we'll take a break, and we'll be right back here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So after the Crusader touchdown, they will kick to Brevard. Catch right at about the 8-yard line up the sideline and goes out at about the 25-yard line. So that's where Brevard will take over. 1st and 10 for them. 10:33 remains in the half. So far, Brevard with 146 yards of total offense. All of it has been rushing. North Greenville with 183 yards, 85 rushing yards, and 98 passing yards. Both teams have 9 total first downs. So a pretty even game on offense. And Abe, to answer your question on the social stream, we do have a very good crowd. And the kicking team was offsides on the play, which was North Greenville. So they, looks like Brevard has chosen to have them re-kick. And so you can see on the camera, do have a very good crowd. Looks to be packed for the most part. The left side does have some, or looking to our left, there are some stands. There is some metal showing, so not quite packed in, but very close to it. A very good crowd. So here we go, another kickoff. Worth mentioning that the weather is perfect tonight. It was warm to start the game, but right now, not a lot of breeze, maybe a little bit, just barely. And the temperature is perfect. And so here is the kick. And makes a move and down at about the 26-yard line. So that's where Brevard will take over. I believe they did get a few more yards than they did in the original kickoff. So I guess overall a success for Brevard to have it re-kicked. So Brevard takes over at the 27-yard line. 10:26 remaining in the first half. And here is a toss, a good run there by Brevard. That was number 4, Kelvin Jeter for Brevard. A gain of 7 to make it 2nd and 3. So the snap, handoff for Ollis. It is going to be enough for the first down. So Brevard continues to run right up the middle. Not a lot of runs to the left or right. They do toss it over there every now and then, but overall, a lot of runs up the middle. And this does not get far, maybe a gain of 1. So that makes it about 2nd and 9, if that. Actually, it was a gain of 2, so 2nd and 8 now. Just over 9 minutes remaining in the half. So here's the snap. Faked it to the original running back, and Jeter with the run gets it up to the 49-yard line of Brevard. I believe it's going to be just short. And it will be. It's going to be officially 3rd and 1. So a big play here. And here's a handoff to Ollis. And didn't get much, but it was just enough for the first down. So the 1 yard gain by Jordan Ollis, the fullback for Brevard. Mentioned his name all night long and will most likely continue to do so. Carries most of the workload for this Brevard team. They look for a new play. Play clock at 15, so still have a good amount of time to get it off. Play clock down to 5 now. They do get it off. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper, good for about 4 yards. So right with the run. That's his 8th rushing attempt. Got about 3 yards there, so has a total of 35 yards in this game.
Number 51, Tyler Hickson, is now in the game.
So 2nd and 7 at the North Greenville 45. The whistle is blown. And looks like this will be a timeout. Timeout for Brevard. So they will have 1 remaining. So we'll take it with them, and we will return shortly. You're watching the North Greenville Sports Network. And JC Bama, right. We appreciate the compliment, JC Bama. I was one of the commentators for the Ave Maria game. It's okay. First game of the season, so we were a little rusty, but still getting used to it. So here we go, 1st and 10, actually. And a quick tackle made, a gain of about 1 yard. It was 2nd and 7. So now it will be 3rd and about 6. Sam Houston with the tackle. And here comes the crowd getting into it. 3rd and 5 officially. And it's going to be a toss to Jeter, and dances around. It will be good enough for the 1st down. So a nice conversion by Brevard. Makes it 1st and 10. So Brevard will have it at the North Greenville 35-yard line. Still in the 2nd quarter, 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Handoff to, actually no, that was a quarterback keeper, fooled me. A gain of about 4, up to about the North Greenville 31-yard line, so 2nd and 6 coming up. Still not a single passing yard for Brevard. They had, I believe, 1 attempt. They did 1 passing attempt tonight. It was a long one, but was unable to come up with the completion. but they have been able to move the ball very well. Already 184 total yards. All of that is rushing. And in comparison, North Greenville with 183, so very even in different ways when it comes to offense for both of these teams. And looks like another timeout will be taken. Another timeout taken by Brevard. So they are now out of timeouts. So once again, we'll take it with them, and we'll return shortly here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So we return. And a handoff. Not much going there. A gain of maybe about a yard, so third and, actually no, it was a few yards, so 3rd and 3. So 3rd and 3 for the Brevard Tornadoes. Not quite sure if they're within a field goal range that's comfortable enough for them. Handoff to Ollis, and he's going to be stuffed for no gain. So it's decision time for Brevard. Do you go for it? There's no way they're going to punt it. It appears they will go for it, as nobody on the offense has left the field. Too close to punt, definitely, but I was wondering if maybe they felt they were close enough for a field goal. For Brevard, number 31, Arvin Berry, enters the game as a slot receiver. And here comes the crowd. That was actually a gain of 1 yard, so 4th and 2. And the clock and the whistle is blown. And a timeout taken by the Crusaders now. So both teams will think about it. And with 2 yards with an option team, got to think that more times than not they're going to convert. But North Greenville with a very good job of stopping the run on that last play. Brevard might have to do something other than run up the middle for this one. But for the Crusaders, you have to think at some point a pass attempt will be made by Brevard. And it's up to the Crusaders not to get lazy and focus only on stopping the run instead of passing. So a big play coming up here, obviously. Brevard trails by 7. If North Greenville can hold here, you'd like to think that there's plenty of time left on the clock with 2 timeouts remaining as well. Plenty of time for North Greenville to maybe come up with a score of their own, but first they'll have to stop Brevard here. So here we go, the crowd into it. And it's going to be a run up the middle, and it's going to be converted. So no trickery or anything for Brevard, just ran it a little bit to the right. And it was just enough for the first down. Or they actually might stop to measure here. And think they're trying to decide the exact spot of the ball. And they indeed are. Just before the Crusader 25-yard line, and that's right where the chain is, so very close call here. The chains have not yet moved, so it has not been officially a first down or a turnover. And it looks like they will measure. The scoreboard reads 1st and 10. I'll be honest, not sure exactly what's going on. Okay, so here come the chains for the measurement. Took a long time, but finally getting it out there. And here we go. And it appears that it will be enough. It is. So first down for Brevard, just able to convert on the Jordan Ollis run. Ollis now with 22 rushing attempts already, still just in the first half. Over 100 yards, 119. And with that was before the run, so with that run, probably about 121. Clock did restart. So 1st and 10 for Brevard. 5 yards from being within North Greenville's red zone. And a run to the right side. It'll be tackled right at about the 20, so a gain of 5. Tackle was made by Nigel Gay. So Brevard with 5 yards to go, 3:16 remaining in the half. It'll be another run, pretty much the same play there, gain of about 3. Handoff was made to Ollis yet again. Officially 3rd and 2 with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the first half. And that will be enough for the first down, a run to the right side. It was handed off to Ollis. So 1st and 10 for Brevard, and now in North Greenville's red zone. And trying to come up with a stat here. They are 10 for 10 when they have reached their opponent's red zone. So very efficient scoring offense for Brevard. That is an area that North Greenville's defense struggled with last season. We'll try to pull up that number for this season in just a moment, as that was a run up the middle by Ollis. Not much going on there. A gain of about 5. Crusaders red zone scoring. Their opponents have scored 54% of the time, so they have been able to stop their opponents from scoring within their own red zone a few different times. 7 of 13, so they've stopped them a total of 6 times once they've reached the red zone. And here is Ollis stuffed. If he gained anything, it wasn't much, maybe a gain of 1 yard. And a Brevard player shaken up on the play. Trying to get a number. That may be Ollis.
Looks like number 9.
It is. Nope, that's Crusaders. Tanner Wright. Oh, that's the quarterback for Brevard. Tanner Wright shaken up on the play. Hasn't thrown many pass attempts this season, but being the starting quarterback, you've It's obviously not what Brevard wants, as he gets a applause from the crowd. Trying to get over to the sideline, having some trouble. So certainly hope the best for him. The backup quarterback for Brevard is number 15, Kevin Herbst, a 6'1", 210-pound sophomore. He is from Charleston, South Carolina. We're assuming that he will come in, as he is second on the depth chart. So may get a chance to see how mobile he is. But once again, a great night here in Tigerville. The field looks fantastic, like as always, with the brand new AstroTurf that was installed over the break. It is 3rd and 4, and a pass attempt that's caught.
That pass was caught by number 6, Andre Overholt.
So Brevard strikes back and is an extra point away from tying up this game. Extra point is up and good. Alex Noboa was the one who kicked the extra point, so we are dead even here again. Good game going. So when we come back, we'll find out if North Greenville can put together, we'll see how good their 2-minute offense is. 1 minute and 38 seconds remaining, still 2 timeouts remaining for the Crusaders, so certainly plenty of time. And we'll find out if they can score before the half ends right after this here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So 1 minute and 38 seconds remain. Can the Crusaders come up with the last-minute drive to end the half? Brevard set to kick it off. It's a short kick. And it's a fumble. Brevard trying to recover it. Believe the Crusaders did recover. And they did. Very close call for the Crusaders. But ultimately they will take over at their own 29-yard line. So here comes Nelson Hughes. He'll try to lead his team to a score before the end of the half. So shotgun snap like always, and it's going to be a handoff to the running back, and it's going to be enough for the first down. Refused to go down. Was able to gain some extra yards there. First down for the Crusaders. So the clock continues to run. North Greenville in a hurry. Drops back to pass, and he will get it off. A pass up the middle is caught. And that's going to be enough for another North Greenville first down. caught by Tyrell Hillary. And so the clock now starts yet again. This two-minute offense so far has been very good, but here may have been a miscommunication. The receiver never turned around, and it falls incomplete. It was intended for Robbie Brown, but just not able to make the connection there. He was open. And it's going to be a handoff. Ends up being about a 7-yard gain. And the clock does stop, so North Greenville took a timeout. They will have one remaining here in the half. It's officially 3rd and 4. So quite a first half this has been. A lot of yards. Not quite as much scoring as maybe a lot of people were expecting. Brevard has been able to score a lot of points, although they are 0-3. Came into this game averaging 31.3 yards per game. North Greenville averaging 36.7. So actually they are pretty much on pace. Quarterback for Brevard Wright officially 1 for 2 passing, 7 yards total, but that was a touchdown pass. Jordan Ollis leads the team with rushing, 26 attempts and 138 yards. And Wright, the quarterback right behind him, 10 attempts for 40 yards. And Jeter has 5 attempts for 34 yards. Receptions, Andre Overholt for Brevard, 1 catch for 7 yards. That was a touchdown. We'll go over some of North Greenville's stats in just a moment. So here is the snap. Quick pass that's caught. Receiver cannot go. Oh, it was enough for the first down.
That pass was caught by number 88, Mason Sanders.
So the clock starts back up, 47 seconds remaining. Drops back to pass, a short pass, and he has some running room. It's enough for a first down, and he'll go out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
That was a great job by number 35, Tristan Jackson.
Actually, no, he went out of bounds before then, so must have stepped out of bounds before he meant to. So 2nd and 2. He did go out of bounds, so the clock stopped. And here's another pass. This will be enough for the first down, and some more. However, a flag is thrown, and now another one. So it is a first down pending the penalty. So we'll find out what the call is. It's a hold on the Crusaders. And they will replay the first down. Actually, no, that was 2nd down, so I believe they'll replay the 2nd down with 31 seconds remaining. The hold was downfield, so it doesn't go back 10 yards. It goes back about 5. So it's now 2nd and 5. The clock is moving. Drops back to pass, right up the middle. It's caught. And they're going to call another timeout. This will be the final timeout of the half for the Crusaders. Neither team has any timeouts remaining now.
Another catch by number 85, Robbie Brown.
And actually, no, they did not call the timeout, so excuse me there. So now 2nd and 10 with the spike. So the Crusaders will take their time here. Still 27 seconds remaining on the play clock, so plenty of time. Try to get their play figured out. Shotgun snap. Drops back. Throws for right. Before the end zone. It's incomplete. Looked like he had it at first, but was unable to hang on. It was intended for Sanders. 3rd and 10 with 7 seconds remaining. And actually, the Crusaders did take a timeout, so that the scoreboard shows neither team having a timeout. And you can see Gravely will attempt the field goal. It is up. It looks good. It is. 4 seconds went off the clock, so 3 seconds remain in the half. The Crusaders reclaim the lead. Now 20-17, so may have a squib kick right after this, and we'll see if Brevard can come up with a miracle play to end the half when we come back here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So the kickoff will most likely be the final play of the half. We'll see if Brevard tries to come up with something here, and actually no time taken. Actually, the scoreboard does show 0, so apparently the half does come to an end. Brevard has not left the field yet. I think they may want a second left on the clock. And they will now head towards the sideline. So it is officially halftime. So the Crusaders lead it 20-17. We will have some statistics for you in just a few moments. And we'll take a break. You're watching the North Greenville Sports Network. So as we are about set to begin the third quarter, Crusaders lead it 20-17. You saw the stats during halftime. One of the stats that's worth mentioning, the time of possession. Brevard has dominated the time of possession. They have had the ball for 23 minutes and 2 seconds, and the Crusaders have had it for 6 minutes and 58 seconds. So you have to wonder, at some point, will the Crusader defense get worn out from being on the field a ton? But to the offense's credit, they have made the most out of the majority of their drives. In fact, maybe scoring a little too quickly, but nevertheless, a 2017 lead for North Greenville. The scoring drives was a field goal for the Tornadoes. Then the Crusaders came back and went 68 yards in 4 plays to score a touchdown. And then scored a field goal, 67 plays for 63 yards. But then Brevard came back and scored a touchdown of their own to tie the game, 12 plays for 79 yards. And that was all in the first quarter. The Crusaders scored early in the second quarter, and then Brevard was able to respond as the second half is now underway. Crusaders will return to start the half. A good return here all the way up to the 36-yard line.
The wind is picking up in Tigerville, and so is the excitement in the crowd.
Certainly is. And clock went back to 0. Don't know why. Okay, so here we go. All set. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. It's going to be a handoff. Not much going there. May have been a gain of 1 yard. That was Jackson with the run. And it was no gain, so 2nd and 10 at the Crusader 36-yard line. And here's going to be an option. Tosses it to the running back and bowls over a defender all the way to the Brevard 45-yard line. It will be good enough for a North Greenville first down.
And that was a great pass to Tristan Jackson, number 35.
So the clock will start back up. 1st and 10, North Greenville in the shotgun. Hughes right at midfield. I believe that's Jackson right beside him. So North Greenville looking to run the ball to begin the third quarter. And here's a pass that's good for about 8 yards, maybe 9.
And that was made to number 11, Ricky Santos.
Appears to be a gain of 9, so 2nd and 1, it looks like. Actually, scoreboard reads 2nd and 2. So Hughes in the shotgun, but with a running back behind him as well, and it'll be a screen. And has some running room, breaks a tackle, makes a move all the way to the Brevard 20-yard line. So an odd formation there, but it works out for the Crusaders, and they are very close. In fact, I believe they are in the red zone now. So they look for a new play. And here's the snap. It's a handoff up the middle. Jackson with a gain of about 5. So 2nd and 6 to be exact. Haven't seen a single rush by Trey Walker. Don't know if there's an injury there or not. He is listed as the starter for the North Greenville offense, or the North Greenville running back, excuse me, but have not seen him up to this point. Do see him on the sideline with his helmet off. He is dressed for the game. Here's a run, refused to go down, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Crusaders.
Number 35, Tristan Jackson, really seems to be carrying the team offensively.
He certainly is. He's not even listed as the official backup. Ashton Hurd is the backup, but boy, Jackson making a name for himself here. And actually, he has had all of the rushes, so Ashton Hurd has not run any. Did not realize that. Jackson has had 12 rushing attempts. Nelson Hughes has had 2. And that's it for the Crusaders. And a flag comes down. See what the call is. And it's a pass interference on Brevard. So North Greenville was already close to the goal line. They'll be even closer now. And it is an automatic 1st down, so they'll be at about the 1 yard line officially. Got to expect the run here. It is indeed a run, and he's in. So Jackson with the touchdown, and the Crusaders now up by 2 possessions. So nothing but running on that drive for the Crusaders, and it works out. So Gravely will attempt the point after. With 11 minutes and 47 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. And here's the snap. Kicks up and good. So the Crusaders extend their lead now 27-17. We will take a break, and we will return shortly here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So the touchdown drive for the Crusaders, 7 plays, 64 yards. Time of possession, 3 minutes and 6 seconds. So the Crusaders made quick work of that drive, but gained a lot of yards to do it. So we'll see what Brevard can do. Can they get back in this game? Now down by at least 2 possessions. So here comes the kickoff. And a little bit of a bobble there. And tripped up before he could get to the 20. So not great field position for Brevard to start their offense here in the second half. So Brevard huddling on their sideline, just taking a moment to try to come up with a good drive here. And forgot to mention that Tanner Wright is still in the game. He was injured earlier, or at least shaken up, but he does appear to be okay. And that play is stuffed. Wright was tackled way in the backfield before he had a chance to toss that ball. So a great play there. And the tackle was made by Caleb Adkins, a defensive lineman from Woodruff, South Carolina. And it's going to be second and very long for Brevard, 2nd and 15. And they will huddle up. They've been kind of rushing things up to this point, but now sort of taking their time. And so he's going to drop back to pass. North Greenville blitzing, but he does get away. He's going to get some good rushing yards. It appears to be about an 11-yard gain. So that will make it 3rd and about 3. 3rd and 4, as a matter of fact, according to the PA announcer, at the Brevard 25-yard line. And it's going to be a toss, and he's stuffed. A hard hit there. And that's going to be a loss of about a yard, and the Crusaders hold Brevard on 4th down. Tony Godbolt with the tackle, defensive back from Fort Mill. And it'll be 4th down, and Brevard will most likely have to punt it away. And they will indeed. So for Brevard, Garrett Nestor, number 17, will be back to punt it away. North Greenville trying to get a player off. They can't do it. No flag thrown, I don't believe. And a flag thrown, and in fact 3 flags were thrown on that play. North Greenville Crusader was trying to get off the field. He did not get off in time, but I don't believe that there was a flag thrown for that. Don't know if maybe he was the 11th player and they thought they had an extra player and turned out to not have one, or if the officials just simply did not catch it.
I believe that was number 36, Jalen Hammett.
So we'll see what the call is. 3 penalty flags on the play. And still the officials having a meeting near midfield. A sideline interference on Brevard. Did not hear what the second penalty was, but we'll find out in just a moment where the ball will be spotted. And I think that's what the officials are trying to decide right now.
Crowd seems to be really anxious to know what the outcome is.
Yeah, they sure are. Don't want too much of a delay, as the crowd does eventually become restless. And we'll mention a few more college football games. South Carolina does lead Missouri 10-7 at the half. Clemson leads North Carolina 22-7, also at the half. So still, the officials having a word. And we'll just wait for them to get everything figured out. I believe we'll take a quick break. Just wait for everything to start back up again. So we'll be right back here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So 9:24 remaining in the third quarter. The Crusaders lead at 27-17. Are finally set here. The ball was placed at the North Greenville 24-yard line. And gonna have another delay here. The official waiting for something. And finally, the play clock starts, and we're gonna be back to being underway. Hughes drops back to pass. It's caught right up the middle, about a gain of 5, maybe 4. It was caught by Brown. So that makes it about 2nd and 6 at the North Greenville 28-yard line. So Hughes in the shotgun. Now they'll look for a play. So you can see North Greenville uses that big board to call out their plays. And a pass that's dropped and pushed at the end. The Crusader fans want a penalty for a late hit. Not going to get it, however. And it was intended for Brown, but not able to make the connection there, and it's 3rd and 6 for North Greenville. So big play here for Brevard. They need a defensive stop, and the Crusaders will look for another play. And the Brevard crowd over on the other side of the field getting into it. Started a defense chant, and this falls incomplete. Would not have had enough for the first down even if he had caught it. And it's going to be 4th and 6. And Brevard has held up the Crusaders on defense. So with 8:36 remaining here in the third quarter, North Greenville is going to be forced to punt it away. Justin Gravely will punt. I believe this is his first punt of the game. And it is indeed. So this will be the first drive for the Crusaders where they have not scored in some way. Almost blocked, but the Crusaders do get it away, and it's fair caught at about the 25-yard line. So Brevard takes over at their own 28, and we will return in just a moment. You're watching the North Greenville Sports Network. So we return, and Brevard player tripped up. I believe that was the quarterback right. It was.
Number 9, Tanner Wright.
So 2nd and about 7 for Brevard. 2nd and 6 to be exact. And a handoff to Ollis. Gets a few more yards. A flag does come in. So we'll see what the call is in just a moment. It was a gain of about 3 for Jordan Ollis, but may be coming back. Still waiting for the call here. And I believe that's a clipping on Brevard, so they will repeat the 2nd down. See how far back they go. And looks like that penalty was called on number 6, Andre Overholt for Brevard. He's kind of had his arms up, wondering what he did. So Brevard will now be backed up, still second down and very long. Appears to be about second and maybe 18. Okay, second and 17 is what the scoreboard shows. And they'll huddle up, and I believe there's a new player coming onto the field. So Brevard at their own 19-yard line. Right passes. It's caught, hit hard. I believe that was
caught by 81, Zach Queen.
Okay, so he does get the pass. A rare pass by Brevard, but doesn't get much. Got close to the original line of scrimmage. Actually, did get past it, so 3rd and 8 for Brevard with 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. So Brevard may be forced to pass here. And drops back to pass. Wide open is the Brevard receiver. It's good. It's complete for the first down at the Brevard 46-yard line.
It was a good catch from Andre Overholt, number 6 for Brevard.
I believe he is their leading receiver coming into this game. So no surprise there. He is their leading receiver. Just three catches coming into this game. That is how rare it is for Brevard to pass. And this is a good gain here of about 7 yards. Clock continues to run. So second and looks like about 2. So 6 minutes remain in the quarter, and run by Jordan Ollis gets near the first down marker, not quite there, so it'll be 3rd and inches, it appears.
Number 96, Delton Bradford, is in the game.
Oh, it was a first down. Appeared to be short at first, but ended up having just enough for the first down. Don't believe the clock ever even stopped, so I don't believe the scoreboard operator felt that it was a first down either, but the chains did move. Here's a big gain by Ollis. Off to the races, brought down at about the 17-yard line. That'll be another first down for Brevard. He's carried the workload for Brevard all night long. Had 148 yards before that carry, but obviously that will be up to probably about near 170 now, maybe a little less.
Number 6, Taylor Anderson, is really playing some good defense.
And a run of about 4 yards. Clock does stop. Trying to figure out why the clock stopped. 2nd and 5 officially. Yeah, not sure why the clock was stopped there, but they'll continue. And quarterback keeper up the middle to the right, but a flag is thrown. He goes down at about the 1-yard line. But once again, a penalty does come into play. And see if this one comes back or not. And a face mask on North Greenville, so that will move Brevard even closer. And that is an automatic first down. That's going to take them all the way to the 1-yard. Oh, so it was declined. So that's why they're all the way to the 1. Very tough to stop an option team from gaining just 1 yard. And here is a handoff. Allis was hit as soon as he had the ball, but it's going to be a touchdown anyway for Brevard. And they are certainly not out of the game. Within 1 possession now. .422 on the clock. Or did a penalty come down?
A flag was thrown.
Okay, so a flag thrown. So we'll see if it stands or not. And there, Brevard is setting up for the extra point already, so they're confident that it's on the Crusaders. It's after the play. So unsportsmanlike conduct on the Crusaders, so that the yards will be applied on the kickoff. So Alex Naboa kicks it up, and it is good. So Brevard right back in it, within 3 now. And North Greenville leads 27-24. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So with Brevard scoring, they are right back in it, down to just a 3-point lead for the Crusaders. So the Crusaders take the kickoff, trying to get some yards. A flag is thrown, so this will most likely come back, finally tackled at about the 38-yard line.
That was a good catch by Cedric Proctor.
10 seconds ran off the clock, so we'll update that. So an illegal block in the back on the Crusaders, so the ball will go back. And it looks like it's going to be spotted all the way back at the 9-yard line. So the Crusaders not starting with good field position here. So a very even game offensively in two totally different ways. Brevard with just 34 passing yards, but 312 total yards. The Crusaders with 304 total yards. It's been very balanced, 143 rushing yards, 161 passing yards. So Hughes in the shotgun. It's going to be a handoff to Jackson, and he gets those yards back just like that, at least a good chunk of them. So an easy first down for the Crusaders there. Great run by Jackson. And it's going to be an option. Acts like he wants to pass now, but he is taken down way in the backfield. Not what the Crusaders were looking for there. It looked like it was going to be an option run to the right. And almost looked like he wanted to pass for a second, but decided to run with it and couldn't break away from the defender. And that's a loss of 5 on the play. So let's see what the Crusaders do here to get those yards back. And they'll look for a new play on the sideline. And a screen pass. Tries to get behind a blocker, does not get much. Gets a little bit past the line of the original line of scrimmage, that is. It'll be 3rd and about 9.
That pass was made to number 88, Mason Sanders.
Actually, more yards than I thought, 3rd and 6. So didn't give the Crusaders enough credit there. So the Brevard fans getting into it, trying to make noise. They've traveled well. Mentioned earlier that they are 0-3, but have played some very good teams. 2 FCS teams and a top 25 Division II team up to this point in the season. So this is certainly a big test for the Crusaders. Hughes will run with it. Gets a decent amount of yards, but he's going to be about 1.5 yards short of the first down. And the Crusaders are most likely going to have to punt it away, and they will. So Brevard with the momentum, as Gravely will be set to punt it away here with 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And a block attempt by Brevard, can't get it, so the punt is, and it will go out of bounds at the Brevard 29-yard line. So that's where Brevard will take over when we return right after this on the North Greenville Sports Network. So Brevard takes over, runs to the right. Not much going on there. It's a gain of 1, so it makes it 2nd and 9. Minute and 20 seconds remaining.
Number 81, Zach Queen, is back in the game. Let's see what he has for us this time.
So a handoff, not much. Gain of about 3. We'll make it 3rd and about 5 for Brevard. Tackle was made by KJ McDonald for the Crusaders. So the Crusader crowd will try to make some noise very close to the first down. I believe that is Allis with the run. And it looks like he's been spotted right at the 40-yard line. And if that is the case, then it is enough for a Brevard first down, and that will be the case. So Brevard, some close calls, some third downs, but they've been able to convert. Clock will run. Let's see if they try to get one more play off. It doesn't look like they're in any hurry. And they're just going to let the clock run down. So that will do it for the third quarter. North Greenville hanging on, but just barely, 27-24. And we will return for the start of the fourth quarter right after this on the North Greenville Sports Network. All right, so all set to begin the fourth quarter. So here goes Brevard. It's a toss to
Number 4.
That's Jeter, I believe, and he makes something out of nothing. Very close to a first down. Don't believe he quite made it. Actually, the clock did stop, so okay, because he went out of bounds. So it's going to be 2nd and 1 for Brevard, as the band will pass by. Handoff to Allis. Not much there, but they didn't need much, and it's enough for the first down. So 1st and 10 for Brevard, 14 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the game. This has turned into quite a game. Brevard refused to go away. They were down by 10 at one point, but worked their way back into it with a touchdown. And it's just a 3-point game here. Handoff to Allis. He has some running room. Another first down for Brevard. Allis will have about 191 yards now. Actually, maybe a little more than that with that successful run.
Crusader number 57, Josh Harlan, is now in the game.
So Brevard into North Greenville territory. They have it 1st and 10. And goes to the left, acted like he wanted to pass, but instead he runs, and that's yet another first down for the Tornadoes. Good looking drive for Brevard. And looks like Jordan Allis is officially at 194 yards up to this point, so He will most likely break 200 yards tonight. He came into the game averaging 135.3 yards per game, so he has certainly had a great game up to this point. And there's another first down, I believe. Actually, clock continues to run, so it will be just short, it appears. It is second and very short.
Tanner Wright and Zach Queen really seem to be working well together for Brevard.
So Brevard will sub out a few players. And I believe the band's about to pass by yet again. And so it's a handoff to the left. Allis with the ball, and he is all the way into the end zone. Brevard leading the game now, 30-27. So Jordan Allis, I believe that puts him past 200 yards. A fantastic game for him. And that is his that's his third touchdown of the night. Extra point is up and good. So Brevard now leads by 4. They are looking for their first victory of the season. And they're 12 minutes and 21 seconds away from getting it. So we'll see if the North Greenville Crusaders can respond when we come back here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So the student section for the Crusaders trying to get their team back into it. 12:21 remaining in the game. Brevard has taken the lead for the first time today since their field goal in the first quarter to go up 3-0. We'll look up the drive. That was a 9-play, 71-yard drive for Brevard. We mentioned it at halftime. You can't help but wonder, is the Crusader defense starting to get tired? They have been on the field for the majority of the game. The offense for the Crusaders has been very consistent, but they've actually scored pretty quickly overall. So even though they're scoring points, they have not been on the field for very long. So a short kick will give the Crusaders very good field position as a flag comes down. So we'll see what the call is here.
And that was a catch by number 22, Colton Sibley.
And a hold on the Crusaders, so this is coming back.
And both crowds are anxious to get the answer.
They certainly are. So it will now be 1st and 10 at, it appears to be the North Greenville 21-yard line. And we can hear the Brevard crowd all the way from here saying, let's go defense. They are making their presence known. And here's a pass that is caught, but not much of a gain. This Brevard defense has stepped up here in the fourth quarter. A 2-yard gain makes it 2nd and 8. And so here is a screen. And not much going there, about a 2-yard gain. It may have been a wide receiver screen, not certain. But 3rd and 6 nonetheless. And Brevard.
It's getting loud.
Yeah, this is by far the loudest that Brevard crowd has been up to this point. North Greenville looking for a new play. And play clock expiring, just got it off. And they're going to go deep. They have a receiver, it is caught. And is that, I believe that's number
88, Mason Sanders.
Okay, so a long completion for the Crusaders and a great 3rd down conversion keeps the drive alive. A huge play for North Greenville in more ways than one. Here is a handoff, not much going on there. A gain of about 2. So things will settle down here just for a moment.
Number 98, Henry Pryor from Brevard's defensive side is back in the game.
So Hughes takes the snap. Another handoff up the middle. Gets some good yardage there. A gain of about 5. We'll make it 3rd and 2. And obviously with the Crusaders being down by 4, they need a touchdown. They are close enough for a Justin Gravely field goal, but obviously they'd rather take the lead than be down by 1. And a handoff up the middle. It's a 1st down and more all the way to the 11-yard line. So the Crusaders convert yet again.
That was that was Tristan Jackson, number 35 for the Crusaders.
So the Crusaders will continue with the shotgun formation. Their offense listed as multiple, but a lot of spread formations, and pretty much all of their plays are run out of the shotgun. Here's a screen, not quite able to connect. So that's an incomplete pass. It'll make it 2nd and 10 for the Crusaders. Again, they are at the 11-yard line, so it's not 1st and goal as of yet. And they'll look to the sideline for yet another play. And here's the snap. A run to the left, and all he can do is dive. So Jackson with a couple of yards. Will make it about 3rd and 8. And here comes the Brevard crowd, as well as the Crusader crowd, trying to get this offense, trying to get them going. Hughes with the tight end to his right, and the running back right behind him. It's a run up the middle, stuffed. Big stop by Brevard. Makes it 4th and about 6, maybe got about 2 yards there. And here comes the field goal unit. A big stop for Brevard.
Brevard's defense really seems to have stepped it up.
Yeah, they sure have. So Justin Gravely will attempt the field goal. Kick is up, off the post, and it's no good. A flag is down. North Greenville saying that they believe it's a first down. And we'll see what the call is. We'll see if it's roughing the kicker here. And it's on Brevard. You can just tell by the way their players are reacting. A huge, huge break for the Crusaders if that is indeed the case. That field goal attempt was right off the left post. But the Crusaders may end up with the first down anyway. It's running into the kicker. I believe that's a 5-yard penalty, but it will be. And it is still fourth down. So not a personal foul. Instead, it's running into the kicker, so it is still fourth down. So I believe that makes it 4th and 1 at about the 3-yard line. So it's decision time for North Greenville. Do you go for it on fourth down? They have 2 yards to go. And the North Greenville offense will stay on the field. Huge play coming up here. They'll stick with the shotgun. It's a handoff, and he has the first down, and they'll see if it's a touchdown. It is. Touchdown, Crusaders. So a huge break for the Crusaders, and they take advantage of it.
This is the rowdiest I've seen the crowd all night.
Absolutely. So they now lead 33-31 with a point after attempt on the way. So now Justin Gravely will attempt the point after. It is up, not off the post this time. It is good, and the Crusaders lead 34-31. So when we come back, we'll see if Brevard can respond. We'll be right back here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So as we return, we have Luke Edwards doing color for the next possession. He's been behind us just watching over things for a little while. Will now attempt at broadcasting. Is in sports broadcast for Coach Neihart here at North Greenville. So
glad to be here.
We'll see what he can do.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Edwards, a member of the basketball team, so hopefully he'll be featured in a lot of our future broadcasts. So here comes Brevard, breaks away from the first tackle, goes down at about the 21-yard line. So Brevard has dominated the time of possession, and I'm sure they'll look to do that here. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts remaining for both teams. And with 7 minutes and 35 seconds, obviously, there's still plenty of time.
It always seems NGU is known for these high-scoring, last-minute games.
Sure are. And Brevard, a team that scores a lot of points as well. Quick college football update. South Carolina leading Missouri 13-7. Clemson leading North Carolina 36-14. So here we go. It's a fumble. The Crusaders saying they have it. And they do. A huge break for the Crusaders and a very tough play for Brevard. Actually, they have not given a signal yet, and it goes to the Crusaders.
Tough break for the fullback Jordan Olis from Columbus, North Carolina.
Yeah, he has had a monster of a game.
Getting up slow as well. Hate that for him. Unbelievable game.
Yeah, this has been exciting to say the least. So the Crusaders looking to go 3-1. Their only loss was to Division I FCS opponent Wofford College. And they were in it for most of that game.
They played well.
Yeah, they sure did.
You may look for North Greenville to throw one to the end zone here after the momentum swing.
Yeah, sure could. May just go for it all here. And here is a pass near the sideline. Not much going there. A flag does come down. It was completed by Javon Smith, but the flag does come down, and this may be coming back.
Seems like there's been a lot of yellow on the field tonight.
Yeah, it sure has. And it's a block in the back on the Crusaders. So this one will indeed come back. The fumble was recovered by number 40, Mason Hodge, a linebacker from Pickens, South Carolina. So 1st and 21 now for the Crusaders.
3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Drops
So
back.
definite pass situation here. A short pass that's caught, knocked out of bounds right at about the 30-yard line. So a few yards gained, about 5. That would make it 2nd and 16, it appears. So the clock starts back up.
Same formation, running back out to the left side this time.
And Hughes drops back to pass. He will run with it, has some running room up the middle, and he dives at about the 23-yard line. Nice gain by Hughes.
A little short of the first down, but a good second down play.
Very manageable 3rd down now, thanks to that run. 3rd and about 4. 6 minutes, 25 seconds remain in the game.
Big 3rd down.
Yeah, definitely. Brevard looking to hold North Greenville to a field goal. Still would be within 1 possession if they're able to do that. A touchdown here for North Greenville would certainly make things very tough for Brevard. Option team's not typically a come-from-behind team, and this one's going to be right near the goal, not the goal line, the 1st down marker. And that is a Crusader 1st down.
It will be interesting to see if the Crusaders do score here, how Brevard's offense will adapt to being down.
All of a sudden, you're forced to become a passing team, you would think. But as well as Brevard runs the ball, we'll see.
You never know.
Yeah. And a screen pass and he's into the end zone.
Touchdown, Crusaders. Touchdown number 18.
And that's Tyrekus Garrett from Chesney, South Carolina, went to Boiling Springs High School. And so this will indeed make things very tough for Brevard.
Stretching the lead to a 9-point game and hopefully 10 after this extra point.
So Gravely set for the extra point attempt. looking to give the Crusaders a 10-point lead, and he will do that. So 41-31 in favor of the Crusaders with 5 minutes and 35 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. We'll see what Brevard has, if they have anything left in the tank. We'll be right back here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So here we go, the Crusaders set to kick off to Brevard. Brevard has only had 4 pass attempts to this point. May have to increase that number on this drive. And up the middle now. We'll have a decent field position about the 29-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Brevard, with 5 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the game. And once again, mentioned it just a moment ago, Brevard with only 4 pass attempts up to this point, 34 total yards, did have a passing touchdown. The longest pass of the game was for 18 yards.
Looks like they're still going to be in the triple option set. They do have a wide out, though, to the left.
Yeah. So they will run it, and it's a toss to Jeter. Not much going there. Yep, Kelvin Jeter, but was not able to get much.
Brevard loves the motion to the left, and they've been going there all night.
Yeah, they sure have. Hardly have really gone to the right at any point today. That was a loss of a yard, so that makes it 2nd and 11 at their own 28-yard line.
And the clock continues to run.
Yeah, working against them at this point.
It has been their ally most of the game. It is an enemy late in the fourth.
And here's a pass attempt. It's been a while. Instead, it's going to be a short pass for Jeter. It is caught, and it's a gain of about 4 yards. He does make it out of bounds, so the clock will stop for now. And I think the Brevard fans want a personal foul there. They're not going to get it. Looks like it'll be 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Crusaders need to be smart with the personal fouls. Hate to see that happen late in the fourth, especially with a team that cannot throw the ball. So, 3rd and 6.
So here comes Brevard. What do you do here? And they're going to hand it off up the middle. Allis with the carry. Not much going there. A gain of about 3, which would make it about 4th and 3.
They are still moving in slow motion, which is beyond me. Clock hits 4 minutes.
It's what they know best, so apparently not confident in their passing game.
Crusader faithful to their feet. Big 4th and 3. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game.
And a handoff. It is enough for the first down.
They're sticking to their bread and butter, that's for sure.
So Jordan Allis with the carry gets another Brevard first down. Clock now starts, 3:40 remaining.
They do have 3 timeouts in their back pocket, so that will come in handy late in the game.
Yeah, they are moving pretty slowly, however. Jordan Allis, the ball comes
fumble
out again.
Crusader!
And the Crusaders have it. Jordan Allis with yet another fumble. He's had a a monster of a game, but all of a sudden has 2 fumbles.
It is sad that such an incredible game will come to a memory of 2 fumbles late in the 4th.
Yeah, very unfortunate for him, and he was slow to get up as well, so may have been hit hard yet again. And the Crusaders take over. And you got to think that they're going to go to the run now, just going to try to use up as much clock as possible.
They're going to give Brevard a piece of their own medicine right here, so taste of their own medicine.
North Greenville has been successful with the run today. It's been a very balanced offense. 204 rushing yards today, an average of 7.8 yards per carry. So a very successful running game for the Crusaders today. And here is a run, no surprise. No, it's a pass. They fooled me. And it's going to end up being about a 7-yard gain. He faked the handoff.
Interesting play call, but he does stay in bounds to keep the clock moving.
So that's 2nd and about 3, it appears.
Play clock is at 20. They can run it down to about 2:30.
Crusaders will take their time and no rush to get this play off.
Nelson Hughes keeping an eye on the clock, and the coach gets the call from the sidelines.
So here comes the snap. 2 receivers to the left, and a bad snap sends the ball back to midfield.
And Brevard coach calls a timeout with 2:33 remaining.
Okay, so they will have 2 remaining. So that makes it, that goes from 2nd and 3 to 3rd and about 12. So Brevard not out of it yet. If they can come up with a stance here and force North Greenville to punt, they may have a chance, but they will have to move down the field very quickly, which is not something that they're used to. So we'll take a quick break with them, and we'll be right back here on the North Greenville Sports Network. All right. So 3rd and 12 for the Crusaders in the shotgun. It's a run up the middle, so they are content to give up the ball.
And again, Brevard calls their 2nd timeout.
So another timeout called by Brevard. 4th and about 9, it appears. Don't believe this will be a very long timeout. Actually, they do go to the sidelines, so I guess we'll take another quick break and be right back here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So Gravely set to punt this ball away. Gets it off. And
good placement. They don't know where it is. Get it.
Crusader bounce into the end zone for a touchback.
Beautiful punt. Perfect placement.
Yeah, good placement, but just the special teams for North Greenville just was not quite able to get to that ball before it hit the end zone.
Missed opportunity right there. Could have put him in between the goal line and the 5. And ended up bringing it out to the 20.
So 2:19 remaining in the game. Brevard takes over. So they're not out of it yet, but with just one timeout and 2 minutes and 19 seconds remaining, they will have to get to work very quickly. Don't think they can afford to run at this point.
Four wideouts.
Yeah, they are in the shotgun.
What we expected.
Obviously going to pass at this point. You have to wonder how much they practiced the shotgun. And here's a pass that's batted away. And that was Atkins with the deflection. Makes it 2nd and 10.
Now, is that a different QB or is that the same one that's been in the whole game? Number 9?
Number 9 has been in there the whole game. That's right.
I wondered if they brought in a passing QB, but looks like they've stayed.
Yeah, he'll show off his arm today.
Stay with the running QB. Again, 4 wide.
So Wright takes the snap. It's a short pass. And a hard hit there cannot go out of bounds, so the clock will continue to run.
Great open field tackle.
The pass was caught by Andre Overholt. 3rd and 5.
Brevard is confused, all over the place.
Trying to find a play. A lot of time coming off the clock. And he's going to roll to the left, looking for an open receiver. He's going to throw it deep for the sideline. Incomplete.
Great defensive
Intended
play.
for Overholt, and it's going to be 4th and 5. Obviously, Brevard will have to go for it. So it's desperation time for Brevard. Quick scoring update. South Carolina still leads Missouri 13-7. And Clemson still leads North Carolina 36-21 into the 3rd quarter. So the Crusader crowd letting their voice be known. And here comes the pass.
Desperation.
Well, trying to roll around to his right, tries to get the first down. It will be enough. So a nice run by Wright to keep the drive alive. So 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line of Brevard. They will have to move faster.
Minute and 32 seconds remaining on the clock. 1 timeout.
So they will huddle up, figure out what play they will run. Clock did stop since he went out of bounds.
Back to the triple option formation.
Yeah,
this is interesting.
Surprising here.
Fake
and he drops back to pass, and it looks like he wants to go deep. He does. There's a North Greenville defender there, and it's intercepted. And that will just about do it. And he breaks out of it. Actually, he gave it to another Crusader player. There's a flag on the play, so this one will probably come back. Still on his feet, and finally, I believe he just ran out of gas.
Rochar Weatherspoon with the interception, and then looks like he handed it off to his teammate, number 6, Taylor Anderson. Interesting play right there. Great interception.
And for Brevard, they had to go to it. We were surprised to see them in that formation, but did fake the handoff. I don't think that the Crusaders were really falling for it.
They did not get fooled at all. Again, 3 flags are on the field, 2 in one location and 1 on the other side of the field. I wonder if the one over there by the interception is a forward lateral. I didn't even see really
it's a possibility.
The handoff, so.
There's kind of a pileup going on there, and all of a sudden a different player came out with the ball. And they're trying to still discuss things. I believe that both flags were thrown after the interception, so North Greenville will most likely still have possession. And unsportsmanlike conduct on the Crusaders. Did you hear what the first penalty was?
I did not. So it seems, I believe it was number 36.
And what was it?
No.
And it may have been Brevard, actually, that the penalty was on, the unsportsmanlike conduct.
There was two. There was one on Crusaders and one on Brevard, and
Okay.
it was the second one for that particular player, so he had just been ejected from the game.
That was his second unsportsmanlike conduct. If that is the right player, that's number 30. Number 36. No, there is not a number 36 for the Crusaders. Was it 40? No, they were on offense, so.
I didn't hear a number, so.
Oh, well.
Well, a player from Brevard has been ejected, so.
We believe. So.
Maybe if we see somebody going to start the bus, that could be him, so.
So anyway, for the Crusaders, it's 1st and 10, and at their own 33-yard line, with just a minute and 11 seconds remaining, and with just one timeout remaining for Brevard, that will all but end this game.
Looks like the infamous victory formation, which is a good sight for the Crusader faithful who are on their feet.
So the Crusaders will move to 3-1. Brevard moves to 0-4. A tough game for Brevard. They stayed in it the entire game, really dominated when it came to time of possession, but ultimately came up short in the end. But some tough teams that Brevard has played, and they still have the potential to have a good season.
They do. They have Lenore Ryan next week at home.
And that'll be another tough game.
Another tough game.
Lenore Ryan, a very good team. Meanwhile, the Crusaders will play Limestone, who this is the first year
Inaugural
of
year.
existence for the Limestone football team, so that will be interesting to say the least. That will be next Saturday.
Also a home game.
Yeah, it is here in Tigerville. We'll find out exactly what time that. I know it's during the day. It's not a night game. This is the final night game of the season for the Crusaders. That is a 1:00 p.m. start time. So the Crusaders kneel on the ball, and that will do it. Crusaders win it 41-31.
Good game, back and forth. Great individual plays, and Brevard comes up short.
So we'll go over some final stats real quickly before we end our broadcast. First for Brevard, 27 total first downs, 373 rushing yards, 44 passing yards for a total of 417 yards, 6 penalties for 41 yards, and 3 total turnovers. I believe all of those came in the second half. Individual Wright had 5 completions out of 9 attempts and 1 interception for 44 yards and 1 touchdown. Jordan Ollis, a great game for him overall, but ended in frustration with 2 fumbles, 38 attempts, 228 yards for Ollis, 3 touchdowns, and averaged 6 yards per carry. And then the quarterback Wright, 17 attempts for 85 yards and averaged 5 yards per carry. Jeter, one of the slot receivers, I believe.
Yes.
9 attempts for 47 yards, 5.2 yards per carry. And then Barry, 2 attempts for 13 yards, 6.5 yards per carry. Receptions, Andre Overholt, the leading receiver for Brevard, 3 receptions for 30 yards, including 1 touchdown and an average of 10 yards per reception. Queen, 1 reception for 9 yards, and Jeter, 1 reception for 5 yards. Now for the Crusaders, 23 total first downs, 197 rushing yards, 242 passing yards for a total of 439 yards, 9 penalties for 69 total yards coming off the penalties. No turnovers for the Crusaders. Nelson Hughes, 20 completions out of 28 attempts, 242 total yards, 2 touchdowns. Jackson, very impressive tonight, even though he was listed as the 3rd string running back. 22 attempts for 184 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 8.4 yards per carry. And then Nelson Hughes, 8 attempts for 13 yards, 1.6 yards per carry. And finally, receptions. Robbie Brown leads it, no surprise there. 7 receptions for 91 yards. There's a big list for the receptions, so we'll go over just a few of them. 13 yards per reception. Sanders, four receptions for 58 yards, 14 and a half yards per reception. De Los Santos, 2 receptions for 19 yards, 9.5 yards per reception. Weeks, 2 receptions for 19 yards, also 9.5 yards per reception. And finally, Jackson, 2 receptions for 14 yards, 7 yards per reception.
How many Crusaders is that with the catch? Is that, I believe, that 10, 9?
It looks like 8. Tyrell Hillary had a reception as well. So from here in Tigerville, that will do it. Alan Cahaley alongside Luke Edwards and Gabby, forgot the last name again.
Finelli.
So I want to thank all of them for helping out tonight.
I want to thank you for the opportunity, and thank you, Gabby, for the time.
No problem. And so that will do it. 41-31, the final score. We hope you join us next time. In fact, let's find out when the next broadcast is. It will be next month, which September just about over. Soccer, October 1st. Women will play Queens University. So that is Wednesday, October 1st at 5 o'clock p.m. The next day is men's soccer versus Columbia International. That's a 7 p.m. start time. So we hope you join us then. Hopefully we'll have a better commentator than we did yesterday. Sorry about that. And so we will see you next time. You've been watching the North Greenville Sports Network. Good night, everybody.